The ones who have the means and knowledge and power, when they decide they don't like this dictatorship, that's, I think, mostly likely we are going to see the best result out of this falling of this dictatorship. So the thing is that, who isn't corrupt in North Korean system? Kim Jun Un himself is corrupt. And this is such a bizarre, like he is killing people for being corrupt. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yeonmi Park. I'm a North Korean defector, human rights activist. Today I woke up with such a wonderful news because there was a news about North Korea's acting ambassador to Kuwait have escaped to South Korea. And I will explain to you why this is such a delightful news and why the world should be so happy about what is happening to Kim Jun Un's regime, because these things that has been developing in the regime is a wonderful sign that we can see actually change and freedom is possible in the Hermit Kingdom. So the acting ambassador to Kuwait, he was actually the son-in-law of the most powerful person in North Korea other than Kim Jun Un. So this ambassador's father-in-law was a manager at the 39 bureau in the party, which is mainly responsible to making money for Kim Jun Un. So this 39 bureau, I will cover it some other time. There is a party in North Korea and there's one bureau that dedicates all their energy and time to earn the foreign currency for Kim Jun Un. And his father-in-law was the manager of that bureau. So in North Korea, right, like you cannot really marry somebody who's like lower than your class. So I assume, everybody assumes this Kuwait ambassador to North Korea was also coming from high-ranking position. However, guys, he escaped to South Korea. He escaped right after the ambassador to the Italy who escaped, then he followed. After Kim Jun Un came into power in 2011, there has been really high increase of the defection of these high-ranking officials. This is such a good sign because if the elites decide one day that it's not in their interest to maintain this system, then they will bring it down. The ones who have the means and knowledge and power, when they decide they don't like this dictatorship, that's, I think, mostly likely we are going to see the best result out of this falling of this dictatorship. Right? We don't want the foreign invasion to happen. We don't want the Korean War to happen, or we don't want the World War III to happen. Then the best way and the easiest way is going to be the elites in North Korea bringing down this dictator. So this Kuwait ambassador, who was married to the daughter of the manager of 39 bureau, he took his wife to South Korea as well. So as soon as he escaped, of course, his father-in-law was punished, and we don't know if he got assassinated or sent to prison camp. But the thing is that there are a lot of elites from North Korea, though, still they know the risk what they're taking and still escape to go to South and giving the information to the South Korean government and hoping they think with their sacrifice they can save their people. All these selfless people actually took that step in the past, but all this actually the number of these high-ranking officials has been increasing. I know there are really top elites actually in America where I am at, and actually I'm going to do a live with you guys soon in the near future, so you can see him and you can ask him anything you want. And I learned so much coming from these high-ranking officials because, if I were in North Korea, guys, because there's so much class that exists, I wouldn't even dare to talk to them or even know those kind of people exist. And this is such an irony, right? This socialism began in the notion of let's be all equal, but they made some people equal and some people are equal than others, right? And that is the system that they are at. And however, so let's move on to why these high-ranking officials are escaping from North Korea recent years. It's because Kim Jun Un's merciless punishment. Right now, actually, during this 8th Congress, like 2 weeks ago in North Korea, he eliminated the most second powerful person again. And in the past in North Korea, when the Kim Jong-il, the Kim Il-sung time, and they were taking off somebody like who were that high ranking, they would like usually pretend saying, oh, it was a car accident, right? Like anything when you see North Korea's newspaper say someone died from car accident, we all knew that, okay, that was assassination. But Kim Jong-un actually taking a very different step. He says verbally and on the newspaper saying that, oh, this person was corrupt, therefore I'm gonna kill him. So the thing is that, who isn't corrupt in North Korean system? Kim Jong-un himself is corrupt. And this is such a bizarre, like he's killing people for being corrupt. That is not a fair of justification killing somebody in the current North Korea, because everybody has to be too corrupt to survive. Literally, the government salary to a doctor, medical doctor, is $1 a month, and he cannot even buy 1 kilogram of rice with that money. How can anyone survive in that economy? So nobody can, and everybody has to be corrupt. And the justification Kim Jong-un always comes with killing these people are always corruption. So even like 2 weeks ago, he literally killed Lee Mang-geun Lee. He got purged, and most likely he was executed afterwards. And every time when Kim Jong-un goes ahead and killing people, and then this gives a signal to the elites that it really doesn't matter, even if I'm being so loyal to him, my life is not guaranteed with him. And therefore they lose the incentive to be loyal and to working harder for maintaining this system. Now, all Kim Jong-un left with next to him, who is actually loyal to him, is his sister and his mistress. So it was almost like a pitiful guy. Even though he's the most merciless, cruel dictator, it's almost pitiful that he doesn't have any loyal supporter in the system. All he got is his mistress and sister, and he's taking them everywhere with him. So that is where Kim Jong-un is at. And with this increase of defection from North Korea, I really think that within a few years, North Korea can come to really even the end. Because unless the Biden doesn't choose to cooperate with the North Korean regime and relieving sanctions and giving him money, that will maintain his lifeline longer. But right now, Kim Jong-un is really at the corner of everything. His drastic measures to shut down the coronavirus made the entire population, other than himself, into starvation mode. Of course, in the past, even non-COVID time, 60% of North Korean population were starving according to the UN. But now, almost 95% of the population is starving. So this is not good. Even though North Korean regime has this standard saying as long as we maintain 10% of the population alive, they thought that was a successful measure to keep the country going that way. But now his measure is also being threatened because most of people, even in Pyongyang, are actually struggling. And so this economically, North Korea is really having a hard time. And second of all, Kim Jong-un is also, of course, trying to do another missile test when during the time of Kim Jong-il, the second Kim's birthday in February 16th, so in a few weeks' time. And we are gonna all see how Biden is going to respond to that. Biden has a record of calling, Trump, saying you are a sympathizer to the dictator and you don't take enough hard measure to control and stop the dictator's threat. So we are going to see that how is he going to be different than Trump. And I'm actually personally very curious about that. So, it's really like North Korea can go either way. In the past, every time North Korea going into this corner where the regime was going to crumble, South Korean, Democrats came and rescued them, and Chinese come rescue them, Russians come rescue them, and this time the US gonna rescue the dictator, who knows? So it's such an interesting time to look at North Korea and where this is gonna go headed, and I will make sure to report this, the new recent development about North Korea. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye guys!